Red 2 standing by, all 4 lit, and in the green, welcome back to Pokemon Emerald version. The team is ready to go, and we have ahead of us the Pokemon League. Victory Road is the first step, and from then, we go through the Elite Four. The team has been putting in some serious work. I've revised the available moves. Everyone is ready to go. My faithful team that has served me through many episodes is about to achieve greatness. We are going to put our repels on as well, so I'm not troubled by wild Pokemon, or maybe I should actually keep some on at some point. Might be able to find some items along the way too. I don't quite remember how to navigate this one. Is there any trainers on this floor? Not a double battle. Alright, hello person. Cool trainer Albert, Magneton. Truffle's not going to do too well against that, unfortunately, but we've got Tsunama. So we should be able to handle that pretty easily. Now, it's going to be a bit of a challenge. We'll have a fair bit of work to do, and I really don't remember navigating this. I know we do wind up getting a battle against Wally here. I think we can battle him somewhere near the start. At least I remember that being the case anyway. Where exactly he is, though, is another question. Oh yeah, we don't face Muck a lot. Earthquake. And down it goes. Muck does actually have pretty good special defense though, so it's pretty handy. Not too bad to have on your team, all things considered. Yeah. Don't feel bad, Tsunama does that to people. So there's a thing around... There's an item around there. Let's see what I can do to get to it. Have to go up there. Okay, where exactly am I going to go? I will probably run out of my repels pretty quickly, but I think we can catch Hariyama in here. Probably might do with knocking out a few of the wild Pokemon. Okay, that was just a shortcut to here. Right, so we need to run into a wild Pokemon. I brought that on myself. Oh, well, actually, no, it's a Hariyama. We don't mind that, we want to catch Hariyama. What do you know, Flash worked, it might come in handy. Okay, so Smelling Salt will cure a target of paralysis, but it will also do extra damage. I mean, it's not that helpful. Just like how Wake Up... I forgot you had that, jackass! This takes us over here. We get that item, okay. Max Elixir, that's not too bad. So a lot of this is going to be me learning, but I might as well just level grind on the wild Pokemon. Not the Zubats. Why is it a Zubat? Why, in the name of all that is holy, is it just a Zubat? That's very disappointing. Now we need to go... There must be a lot of going up and down. Shockwave would probably knock that out. Let me see if Joelle can... So what I'll do is I'll catch another Maku hitter and I can evolve it later on. Because we can burn it if it hits. It's the end of the journey. And we're still having some of the same issues. Of course, that's what I get for using a move that doesn't have a lot of accuracy. But it's been a heck of a journey. It's been an interesting journey. It's been a challenging journey at times, but I honestly think that the biggest challenge has really come from the jank in the RNG being against me. Because I have had so many weird and frustrating moments where it's just been janky RNG, or just somebody conveniently having something that counters exactly what I was doing because that's what the game says. And yeah, little things that stem from situations I can't quite anticipate, so we won't worry about Hariyama for now. I'll just drop a Psybeam on it. We are going to spend a bit of time leveling up, I think, because, well, Truffle can level up pretty quickly. Oh well, that's alright. Oh, there you are! Hi, Scarlet! I bet you're surprised to see me here. I made it all the way here and it's all thanks to you. Yeah, I'm gonna take the credit, kid. It was all me. I've been an incredible teacher, even though I beat you like a ginger stepchild in front of the Moorville City gym. I didn't do anything to help you, you just bumbled off on your own, but I will gladly take the credit. Scarlet, losing to you that time made me stronger. But I'm not gonna lose anymore. I'm going to win, for the Pokemon who gave me courage and strength. Okay, here I come. You get a much more epic battle theme, one of the few themes I do really, really like from the remakes. Comes at us with a team of 5 Pokemon and a Cloudbird to start us off. So we'll hit it up style with a Psychic. Does anybody say that? I am very old. Dragon Dance is okay, but it can't get the benefit on its dragon moves. Flying moves, yes. Those flying moves. Still didn't do a great deal because Altaria's not that strong. It's got good capacity. Hey, Delcatty, good taste. But Truffle should be able to handle Delcatty pretty well. Truffle did handle Delcatty pretty well. Go Truffle! Magneton, I have a little less capacity to handle, but Tsunama has plenty. It's always a boon having a good ground type. Mind you, Truffle's going to come in really handy later on. And it's not holding out against that. Good, Truffle's leveled up, that's a nice start. Good special defense, really good. Roselia. No! Get Tsunama out of there! Let's send in the Steel Falcon. Wally doesn't get promoted to serious opponent just yet. He gets his own fancy battle arena and everything in the remakes. Like, I think that was pretty good, but it would have been interesting to see more of his progress. It would have been interesting to have a couple of other battles with him because your neighbour really isn't a very strong rival. Alright, and of course his ace is Gardevoir, which is, interestingly, a male. It's changed to Gallade in the remakes. Probably, well, both of them fit, but Gallade just seems a little more suited. Of course, Gardevoir, as that sort of guardian angel figure, does suit particularly well anyway. It's still very protective and caring. And it's pretty clear that the two of them have been supporting each other on the journey. But the Steel Falcon does the job, and that future side attack just smacks into a wall somewhere. Wow, Scarlet, you are strong after all! Thanks, kid. I couldn't beat you today, Scarlet, but one of these days I'll catch up to you. Alright, we'll go back and heal the team. Interesting thing. In the remakes, when you actually get to rematch Wally, he winds up coming at you with a full competitive style team. And it's pretty much implied that he actually ditched his original Gallade for one with the min-maxed competitive style stats. Granted, we the player have no real right to criticize. I mean, there's even a point in Sun and Moon where Lusamine calls out the player for just leaving their Pokemon to rot in boxes, which might have been a little more effective if it weren't for the fact that Pokepelago is a thing, and it is an amazing thing. They actually had some really good bonus features in the 3DS era. So sure, things aren't quite perfect, but there's a lot of good stuff. I will stand by this, that I don't care how easy the main story winds up being. I mean, yes, you would like a bit of a core challenge, that much is true. But you can also wind up making your own difficulty, as you've seen with this team. There's so much variety, so many ways to play. And ultimately play how you want. Now, interestingly, Wally will move to the end of Victory Road after we wind up getting his rematch available. Ah, there is another opponent. Seemingly infinite. Maybe it just takes a long time. It's like a road trip. Cool. You've only got one Pokemon. And it's a Roselia. Oh dear. The Steel Falcon will have no mercy. It is good being able to take on big challenges. Like, I've still got to work out, because I'm rusty as hell with GX, and I got to remember a hell of a lot of stuff. I remember playing Zelda 2 and being frustrated with that because it was so irritating in so many ways. Thanks to some encouragement from my brother, I persevered. I got there in the end. But it was not an easy time. It was a hell of a challenge. Like, it's worth it when you do it. And that's the good thing about anything that's difficult. When you get it done, you just feel awesome. Clawing my way through the Great Palace and beating Zelda 2 was special. Taking on some of those challenges has been really good, and seeing how much I've developed. Like, I've done 3 heart runs of Ocarina of Time, Master Quest anyway. And yeah, there were some tough moments, but you improve. You have a lot of fun with them and you slowly get better and better. It's nice to be able to take on challenges, but it's also really nice to just sort of switch off and have a game that you can just beat really easily, or a game that's just not super challenging anyway. Like, you've got so many ways to play. And whatever works for you is always absolutely fine. Rightio, well, we should try and catch Mawile. It's the only spot we're able to find it. Ah, yes, Vice Grip with what I think is the correct spelling. I don't know why it's changed to Vice Grip with an S. Now that is, I believe, an appropriate variation. I consider Vice with a C the actual spelling, because I suppose it's like I suppose it might be UK English compared to American English and blah 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 blah. Alrighty, let's get this in the bag, or at the very least, the box. Probably should... Jerk. How inconsiderate. Where are my Dusk Balls? Next game. I suppose I have to wait, but Dusk Balls are always very, very good. There we are. I've only got Great Balls left. And 1 Ultra Ball. And the Master Ball, which I'm not wasting. So, Mawile, the Deceiver Pokemon. Mawile loves to run all sorts of scams and will try and con people out of their money whenever it can. Mawile is especially vicious at preying on elderly and stupid people and conning them out of large sums of money while making the target realize absolutely nothing. they generally won't find out until Mawile has fled for the border with a heck of a lot of money. The only way you can actually ruffle Mawile during one of its scams is by saying it's got a big mouth. It will get incredibly angry with you and try to eat its telephone because it thinks it can eat you that way. Alrighty, there's Mawile, which was really good to use in Omega Ruby. Not so much in other games. What's over here? Oh, that's going backwards. Well, that's a story of my life. I suppose I should try and catch Hariyama, but like I said, at the same time, this is just really good experience. We should get as much as we can because I want my team to get that bit stronger. I probably will have to do a little bit of extra training because I want to try and get them to a certain point where I can just use the rare candy. What's over this way? This looks like important things. This is probably an item. I hope it's an item. It's a rare Pokemon, maybe. Oh, it's a Graveler. Alright, so we can catch Graveler. Now, what I'm going to do first is fly. Because...
Kaboom!
Yep, we haven't seen that in a while. How did I know that was going to happen? I suppose too much playing Crystal Verton. Okay, so there's a trainer there, then we've got our Rock Smash thing here. It's a bit of a labyrinth, this area, so where does the stairs lead? Yes, I'm perfectly aware I'm probably padding this out slightly. Okay, so I do need to switch back to Truffle. But I do have to be careful of Whirlwind. Alright, that's okay. We'll go with Shockwave. Can Whirlwind be affected by accuracy drops? Or maybe I should have a sleep-inducing move. Alrighty, so that's good. We should have it at nice low health. If only I had a Pokemon with suction cups. My disappointment is immeasurable, Hariyama. So it looks like I have to go this way to battle another trainer. There might be something down here. Ugh. See how much damage Steel Wing does? I mean, I risk knocking it out. But yeah, those pseudo-hazing moves are always a... Oh, good. Alright, let's go with our Ultra Ball. If it was shiny, I'd have just hocked a Master Ball at it. Now, I think Hariyama actually has a higher catch rate than Makuhita. I'm really, really not sure about that. Hariyama, the arm thrust Pokemon. Hariyama is very well known as being one of the stars of the Pokemon World's version of Street Fighter, which I suppose is probably Pokken Tournament. Unless we're having some sort of weird crossover with the real world, I'm really not sure about that. But anyway, Hariyama is a master fighter and knows everything about sumo wrestling. Unfortunately, it also likes to tell you everything about sumo wrestling, and if you fall asleep, it will smack you. And you will probably go flying, you will land very heavily and uncomfortably, and wind up with a lot of injuries. Hariyama is really working on not punching people, but, you know, some people just have punchable faces. Try to be careful around Hariyama. Okay, so, back to navigation. It's not... That's annoying. I really wish the boulders wouldn't reset like that. It's a pain in the butt having to go through the boulder puzzles every time you walk off screen. I mean, I suppose it stops you getting soft-locked in the Trickmaster's house, but it's a pain. Like, couldn't they have just applied it there? Well, at least Falcon's nearly level 53. Oh, not far... Nah. Oh, we don't have Leron. Okay. Hooray, Protect. It's not like I haven't seen enough of Protect over the course of the game. And watch, it's going to not use Protect again. Okay, maybe that's just Pelipper. Well, we got the defense boost. That's not too bad. It's done barely any damage to itself, so we should be able to catch this. Oh, it's really in knocking itself out territory. Unless it's got Rock Head. Nope, Great Ball has done the job, thank heavens. Leron, the Iron Armor Pokemon, solid and durable. Leron is incredibly strong and very handy at demolition, but it much prefers to create things. Similar to other Pokemon in its evolution line, it is an expert smithy and will happily spend its days hammering away at various metal implements it can create with bits of armor it sheds. A very well-crafted tool or even ceremonial weapon, as Leron does not like to create actual fatal weapons, made by these Pokemon can fetch quite a bit of money, although they will be a bit offended if you decide to sell it. They're making it for you as a gift. Alrighty, not bad. I think we've caught everything we can because we don't get Metacam. So I have to go all the way down here. Run into more Pokemon. Ah, well, at least it's Hariyama. Because that means I can just fly and knock it out that way. Oh well, Belly Drum doesn't hurt us. But it's going to hurt Hariyama a lot. Best combined with Gluttony to wind up letting you eat berries early. I think there was a gimmicky Linoon set. Oh no, wait, it wasn't that. Linoon, like if you could force the opponent to switch or something like that, Linoon had a risky but rewarding set where you would use Belly Drum to max out its attack, then trigger the Salac Berry, giving it +1 speed. Alrighty. Let's put the Kiwi Cat in front. The actual Kiwi is still doing alright. So is my brother's cat, which has a tail that really looks like a squirrel's. It's very funny, because our dear departed Gracie had a tail that looked like what you'd get if you taped a piece of string onto the bottom of a pear, because Gracie, bless her, was fairly rotund. Molly had no tail because it was amputated after it was badly injured, and Kiwi has a crooked little tail. It's like we've got all these odd tails, and then there's just big squirrel tail. I admit I'm sort of dragging things out a little bit, but I really want to train the team. Just put that extra bit of work in. I think we're going to have some success. But I want to make them as strong as we can. Now, I think I've got the upper hand over most opponents. Kiwi will be a big advantage. Well, an advantage to a degree against Phoebe. Joelle will be pretty handy too. We have things sewn up against Glacier and Sydney. Zunama is going to have to put in work against Drake, and then we might have a slightly tough time against Wallace, but we'll see. Milotic is going to be the tricky one. Hey, well done, Kiwi. Good little cat. I have sort of been just thinking, what would my team wind up looking like if they're humanized? Oh, blimey. Okay, so I cut that little bit out because it was rambling. But yeah, I've been thinking about what the Pokemon would look like as human characters. I'd probably make their outfits based on the Pokemon. But I've just sort of thought, I think Tsunama would probably... It'd probably have something that indicates... something professorial in a way. Joelle, probably sort of more goth style. Kiwi, sort of bright and enthusiastic. Captain Toad's definitely an adventurer. Skarmory is like a grey version of Captain Falcon. And Truffle is kind of the tricky one. But I think Truffle might go for high fashion because, I'm thinking Truffle would... given that Truffle has thick fat, I'm thinking, okay, let's lean into that, make a curvier figure, but I don't want to go down the road of curvy or fuller-bodied person, or if you want somebody who is fat associated with food, because that just feels like a stereotype. It's an important thing to get your character designs right, and I very nearly had saliva go down the wrong way. Maybe the game is trying to not the game. The game is probably trying to tell me to shut up because I've run into a Golbat. But my body is trying to tell me to shut up as well. Oh well. We are slowly getting there. Kiwi has a bit less power than I thought, which is a little sad. But I think we can do it still. Well, level up. Suppose that is a good place to just temporarily wrap it up. So we'll continue on with the adventure in the next one, and whatever winds up coming to mind will be investigated. Thank you very much for joining me. Till next time, this is Red 2 returning to base.